Yes, and it's so fun to just have these little, almost like celebrity sightings.
Yeah.
They're not like they're niche celebrities, of course. They're in our own sphere, and they might not always be big in a scene, but to certain people in this club, it meant a lot to just see him here.
Yeah. Like,
I mean,
a lot of new Smash players might not know who Stroder is.
but if you've
like,
been around for a while.
If you've been around for a minute, you would have seen him, like, he was globally ranked for a while.
Mm-hmm. And I think my favorite story today was one of our production guys, Logan, has been following Stroder since Stroder was 16.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was idolizing him as a Greninja. Anyways, into this matchup here.
It's going to be Mario Snake.
Now,
in my head, I'd imagine this to be a pretty difficult matchup for Mario.
You did talk about how getting that extra lead here for Snake is very important, and it seems like he is managing to get that.
Like, when I was talking about Snake, all of those things that Snake likes, which is like someone who's stubby enough that they have to get into that close range.
Yeah.
And like being able to break out of those long combos and then being able to keep them at ledge. Mario has all of that.
And it's definitely making it very difficult for him. I know that Stroder is a Greninja player, traditionally.
Yeah. He's
but
been playing all Mario this tournament, and I think like past 6 months he's been playing mostly Mario.
I've seen a lot of Mario. I've seen some Sora.
Yeah.
The occasional Sora.
Sora, Greninja, and Mario seem like the main picks for him.
Do you think he might pull out the Greninja here after if he ends up not winning this game?
I think it's possible.
I mean, he's made it even stocks here.
I was saying I haven't personally watched this matchup be played before. In theory, I would think it's pretty bad, but
I mean, if you're able to punish mistakes here,
the best Snake. Oh my God. The best Snake in the world, Hurt, has lost to several different Marios recently.
I mean, being able to punish and then throwing that into a combo really can mess up a Snake's game.
Yeah. The main thing Stroder's going to be looking for is to make sure those combos are actually true. Because if they're not, then Snake can just start pulling grenades out of them.
Like we saw earlier, he had to make sure there was a full kill.
Yeah.
Or else he could really be in danger.
Because if you try and overextend, then you just start blowing up.
This is not Smash related, but a fun Easter egg is that Stroder's tag here is Katarina, which is a League of Legends character, and it's his favorite League of Legends character.
That's cool. Oh my God! He
Holy
goes all the way up
cow!
there to hit that fair.
That, I mean, like you said, it has to be a true.
Yeah.
It has to be true combo, or else he's in trouble.
Like,
and
like towards the end there, I saw Stroder go for like a full combo, and then he just stopped right in the middle as Welfare pulled a grenade, and then he capitalized.
And
off
that is. Oh man, and that is just the restraint that you want in a game like that, you know?
That's like ridiculous amount of awareness as to what your opponent's gonna want to do.
And I mean,
and just capitalizing off of that.
That's exactly what you'd want to see in any matchup like that.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it did look bad for Mario at the beginning. He got immediately killed, but he managed to hit some incredible combos there and bring it back.
And the main thing Snake is going to be worried about is he can't make comebacks very well. But if you get him off stage, the only thing protecting him is a little bit of armor on his up B. But Mario can just like forward air you and kill you at like basically any percent there once you get off stage. And that was how we saw Stroder taking a lot of stocks there.
And we see Stroder here actually grabbing the lead.
Yeah.
He might be a little miffed after that first kill.
He's taking some extra damage from grenades here.
But it
again,
is.
we just see him going for that forward air once.
I was about to say, it is not anywhere really near the amount of damage he's landing on Snake here, but he is off the ledge now.
Yeah. Welfare didn't really capitalize much off of that. But he is holding onto the stock. Not for much longer, though. Stroder gonna swoop in with that up smash there.
I mean, this is just kind of insane gameplay.
Yeah. He's just like perfectly aware of how to fight against Snake.
I mean, after competing for 9 years, I would assume that he probably knows his matchups relatively well.
Yeah. And like, I'd imagine this is really hard for Mario, especially in neutral. So the main thing Welfare Pickles could do better is just like making sure to like not let Stroder in.
Yeah.
Being able to, once he gets in, it's so devastating.
He has
just
to
like
be able to
that.
space.
Yeah.
And if you just let Mario into melee range, I mean, it's a really hard way out, you know?
Yeah. Because if Mario's gonna start like up airing towards you, Welfare could just like throw out one of those up tilts.
He really needs to, I think, play very methodically here. I think he needs to be a bit more patient, and of course, be aware of his positioning.
Because Stroder is like taking the reins this set so far.
He is
just, like, controlling
in
the
control,
momentum of this
absolutely.
game. Welfare's just got to try and like slow it down, regain some of that control over the pace of the game.
I mean, for the best Snake in Iowa, this has got to be nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Like, this is about to be a very quick 2-0 lead for Stroder if Welfare doesn't make something work.
I'm always here for an underdog story, though.
Yeah.
Though I am a little
is
biased.
kind of slowing the pace of the game down.
That is true.
Past couple seconds, but
Being stuck on that ledge is just so dangerous for him.
yeah, for both of them.
That's
honestly.
true. I mean, Snake can really just turn it around on him, too, if he was able to punish.
We'll have to see if Welfare can pull off some kind of early kill to
He's got to
turn
really
this
dodge
around.
those ledge abilities.
Barely lives that up smash there. He does go for a really nice ledge trump there.
And he
Looks like
manages
he's
to get
gotta
the
take
drill.
that stock. Now he's got to play this almost perfectly to
He cannot get hit here.
pretty much, yeah. Mario is going to have a little bit of a hard time securing kills because he doesn't have a ton
Oh
of kill
my
moves.
gosh.
But one of those up smashes are going to do it. And that's a very quick lead Stroder's picked up here.
I mean, like we said earlier, I think it is about positioning and playing patiently.
Yeah.
You have to really space yourself from that Mario, make sure that you aren't getting too close, and also stay off ledges.
Yeah. And Welfare Pickles kind of just needs to take a deep breath and try and like
Yes.
keep the game under control.
You could tell that he knows what to do. We saw that there for a glimpse.
Stroder is just like
But-
like trying to take control and like
I want to.
move the pace of the game quickly.
I almost want to say, but as like a practice competitor for years now, especially in a very high competitive scene, Stroder probably has his mental pretty locked in.
Yeah,
And that can be a make or break moment for a lot of Smash players.
exactly. And Welfare Pickles is quite experienced too.
That is true.
I think he's been ranked in Iowa like for like 11 seasons in a row or something.
Man.
Like
So he should also be.
These are two very experienced
I
players.
suppose you could see that with how he really locked in for that last, just like that last portion of that last fight.
Yeah.
Where he was patient, he was slower on those plays. He wanted to make sure that his spacing was proper.
Exactly.
It was just so hard because Mario has this gap close.
And I don't imagine there's very many. I don't know of any Marios that live in Iowa.
I'm not aware of that. I
practice
mean,
with.
rather I wouldn't know, but
So it could be a issue of like not knowing how to play against Mario.
that's very true. It being more uncommon of a matchup for him.
Yeah.
I could see that. And I mean, we've seen a couple of Snakes today. Maybe I mean, I don't know who's plays in Arizona, but
Yeah,
or I guess
and-
over his entire carear, but maybe you understand how this is supposed to be played.
It doesn't apply to Stroder, but there's a lot of Snakes in the Midwest area. Especially with Chem Dizzle coming up recently.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, I can understand the appeal in the character. It is kind of fun to torture your opponent slowly.
yeah, Snake is very relevant in the game's meta right now.
It almost feels like people really enjoy winning hard, but it's that gamble of if you're either winning hard or you're losing.
Yeah.
And so you have to really make the early game the best you
Welfare
can.
is making up this
That's
round
true.
very quickly, though. He takes a lead for, I believe, like the first time since game 1.
We did say that we don't want him on the ledge, we want him using those ledges.
Exactly. And he did just that. He just kept Stroder off stage, just made the most out of his advantage state there. Now he's just got to keep the pace slow and hold this lead as long as he can.
Maybe get some, credit down on this Mario before he gets inevitably hit away.
Yeah. And a lot of the benefit for Snake is that extra credit is almost automatic with those grenades you can keep throwing.
This is very true. I mean, especially if you don't mind maybe taking a slight amount of damage yourself too, to just guarantee a few hits.
Yeah.
Especially with that extra stock, you really can do that.
He's got 79% of extra credit built up. This is,
And he's at 200.
yeah, this is the best he's been doing.
This is
all set.
this is a really solid game plan here.
He does get thrown back, and the grenade blows up at the perfect time to kill him there.
That is true. He does manage to have his hand in his own demise there.
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe he really has to play this patiently still because of these combos that we're seeing right now?
Definitely. He should be playing even more patient at this point now that he has the lead.
Yeah.
Because it's completely in Stroder's... The ball's completely in Stroder's court.
Do you think he maybe wants to build up that extra credit to make it more desperate for Stroder and possibly try to capitalize on those panicked mistakes.
Yeah, like just keep getting those trades, keep throwing those grenades in neutral, and
Make
your
it
lead,
difficult.
Your lead's either gonna stay the same or it's gonna grow bigger.
Inch by inch, every little bit counts.
Yeah, Stroder is trying to make up this ground, trying to end that stock, but
my
the
goodness.
C4 is gonna catch him.
We might see a comeback here.
Yeah.
Which is, always exciting.
That's game 3 going to Welfare Pickles.
We are seeing that more methodical gameplay that we wanted to see earlier.
Yeah, a nice reset from those first 2 games that
Absolutely.
were looking very bad for him.
It might have just been, how quick that first set went.
Yeah, I'm sure these 2 players have never played before.
Yes. It would be
Like based on where
kind of
where they live.
an odd an odd story if they did.
So it might have just been Welfare Pickles, because a lot of the people here he's played before, just taking a minute to learn
Maybe
what Stroder's looking for.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, that is a really good way to kind of gauge that litmus test, is being understanding of, okay, here are the combos that he really tries to go for. Here are the advantages that he really likes.
So now he just has to play these next games really carefully because he can't lose any of them.
Being able to analyze your opponent and kind of capitalize on what they find comfortable is a big part of Smash, I feel. Being familiar with your opponent is a big advantage. Hence why those matchups where they play all the time against each other are kind of entertaining, because it's a lot closer.
Yeah, you just see like the peak of that matchup being played. But right here, you can kind of see them like figuring it out as they go.
I did want to ask earlier, so we know that Snake really likes to push ledges and make sure that, you have a difficult time recovering. Does Mario have decent recovery?
Mario has, like, in terms of range, it's a lot worse than Snake's, but Snake's is a lot easier to contest. Because Mario's has a hitbox on it. So, like, a lot of the time if you go to, like, hit Mario, he can hit you back, so you have to be more careful.
Snake did manage to get taken out here, but Mario has relatively high credit here.
Snake has infinite recovery range because he can keep blowing himself up to get more upbeats.
But does that reset it?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Until you get to the percent where you'll just kill yourself by blowing yourself up.
That's fair.
But
that's kind of,
like he can hang out on the top of the screen for a while.
Man.
Snake and Rob are the main characters you'll see like go up there.
I have heard about a lot of Robs lately. I feel like I see a bit more of him lately, at least. No, maybe not here.
Yeah, there's not a lot of Robs in this state, but
I've heard of them kind of popping up elsewhere.
Yeah, on the global scene they're becoming very popular.
And I know that our UNL team really hates Rob.
This game looking slightly in Stroder's favor, but Welfare Pickles is really good at holding onto these stocks.
Like we said, we want for Snake.
Yeah, what he did there, he just threw out a committal option and he got punished for it.
He just got a little too close there.
Yeah, got a bit greedy.
Being able to space yourself around the stage is really important for the Snake, and he was doing that really well for a hot minute.
Yeah.
But getting stuck on those ledges is really dangerous.
Now he's down, and he has to play this carefully.
Very carefully.
Because if he plays aggressive, he's gonna take a bunch more
there
damage
we
from the
go.
Mario combo. But now we've got the stocks even.
And this is where it was last time too.
Yeah. You're just trying not to get hit by that fair. He almost gets hit by it, but he stuffs it out.
For Snake here, again, you have to play patient here.
Yeah.
You got to really try to run that Mario around the stage, stay off those ledges.
You got to play patient like always.
That's true. I feel like with the Snake matchups we've seen today, you have to pay attention to your positioning.
Yeah.
It is so important that you know where you are at spatially at all times.
Snake never really wants to approach the opponent. You're always like just trying to make it as hard and as damaging as possible for them to approach you.
Yeah, you want the opponent to risk approaching you instead of you having to risk approaching them.
You want them to, generally you want them to approach you and like set it up so you can trap them when they try to. But if they don't approach you, then you can just keep throwing grenades at them until it eventually turns in your favor.
Like we saw earlier with that higher percentage.
Welfare Pickles is looking pretty primed to make this comeback, and that Mario upbeat.
We might see a reverse sweep here.
Yeah, that's going to game 5. Stroder had to go for that upbeat just like to, because it has a hitbox on it, just to like combat the edge guard. But based on where he threw it out, he didn't have any room to make it back.
There was just no space.
Yeah, he didn't really have any options there because of how Welfare Pickles pressured him there. It was a really well-placed back air.
He was really able to he almost felt like he thought ahead for that. He knew
Yeah.
where that was going. We aren't going to see any switch off.
Stroder was really close to making it to the ledge, too.
Yeah. Is this one of our first Game 5s, or have we had one before?
I don't think there have been many Game 5s yet. Because Best of 5 only started in top 8. Yeah, this is our first Game 5.
So our first Game 5 for singles, at least, that I know of.
There was a Game 5 in doubles grands.
It was a Game 6 at that point.
Yeah. I think it went to Game... Like... I think it went to Game 9.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because I commentated that. It took a long time.
You were stuck there forever.
Yeah. But really close set here. Welfare Pickles on the cusp of making a reverse 3-0.
I mean, this is what we want to see. We want good games. We want close games.
Yeah, and it's not due to any like big misplay by Stroder.
No.
These games have been very close.
It is just the slightest.
Welfare
error.
has pulled out these like last hit scenarios, and he's like making the most out of these stocks where he's living to like 130, 140. Just like packing on as much damage as he can.
He's taking the most of like how tanky he can be.
I saw this in doubles too. He just knows how to stay alive really well.
I mean, being able to limit test and understand how much your character can take is a huge part of like I think Super Mario, like Super Smash Bros.
Like he was down in damage the whole game, but still took the first stock.
I mean, we even see that in like with Game & Watch and stuff. It's like being able to gauge how much you're able to take is very important.
Yeah.
We're seeing a relatively even Game 5 here.
Yeah. The past 3 games have been very even.
Which doesn't mean it's exciting. It makes it a little bit more tense.
Exactly. This set really could go either way.
And it started off looking so dominant.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a swift 3-0 for Stroder based on the start, but Welfare Pickles adapted so well.
I really think, though, by being able to read those plays so easily in the beginning, like, they were very... I mean, those combos were very repetitive. You know what he was looking for.
Yeah.
And being able to now learn how to punish that is very adaptable, and it shows just game knowledge in general.
Exactly.
Thinking on the fly there just is what makes people into great players.
This game's still just looking very even, but as we know, Welfare Pickles really stays alive super well.
That's true, but we also know that at a moment's notice, he could be dead.
Yeah.
Just because of how quickly Stroder seems to pull off these combos.
Any slip up from either of these two and they are going to lose this stock and have to make up a lead.
It is really fun to see how evenly matched this is, though.
Yeah.
At least
Based on how long it's taking either of them to secure this kill, whoever gets it first is going to have that lead for a while.
It does feel like they aren't playing as patient anymore. It feels like there's a lot more brawling going on.
Yeah.
I do think that this Snake is looking for openings a little bit more. Oh,
and
man.
he kind of has to at this point.
Well, I mean, you're at a disadvantage. It's hard. Oh, that's rough.
We're in a last stock scenario here because Welfare
I mean,
Pickles
he is
got a
stuck on
really
this ledge.
nice
Like, he
F
didn't
guard.
manage to move away in time.
Yeah, that was just a really well-played interaction by Welfare Pickles with that missile off stage.
Oh, absolutely.
Stroder getting a nice combo off the top
He seems
here.
a little upset.
Yeah. Looking damage-wise a lot in Stroder's favor.
But we know this Snake likes to survive.
So Welfare Pickles needs to realize he's got 3.5 minutes on the clock. He just has to like whittle away at this until it becomes like more doable.
Play a bit more patiently.
Exactly.
We are seeing him get up these high stocks again, and Mario is trying to hold him on those ledges.
Yeah, we're seeing Welfare on ledge a lot here. Really scary for him.
I mean, we've also seen, though, that it's kind of scary for Mario.
Yeah. That might be how this set could end well for Welfare Pickles.
If someone is able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, if he just puts Stroder off stage like that, but Stroder's going to get that up smash, which barely kills.
And that is a 3-2. Just barely.
Yeah, that's a really close set just clutched
That
out
was
by
really
Stroder.
insane to watch. And I mean, both incredible players, and you could see how well they adapted to each other's playstyle.
Yeah.